Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that's happening this evening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions on the same website where you registered for this one. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at that same website in about a week's time. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters, and we'll begin this evening with Bradley University.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Andrea Johnson, and I work in the admissions office at Bradley University with transfer students. Bradley is located in Peoria, Illinois, about 3 hours south of Chicago and about 3 hours north of St. Louis. We are a medium-sized school that has great opportunities for students in their major as well as extracurricular activities. We're more personalized than a large university, but more opportunities than a small school with around 6,000 students. We have an 85-acre campus that is very walkable, and that's appealing to a lot of students who want to live in the dorms or live in an apartment. We have 5 colleges within the university and 185 academic programs. We have the Foster College of Business, the Slane College of Communication and Fine Arts, the College of Education and Health Sciences, the Caterpillar College of Engineering and Technology, and the College of Liberal Arts and Science. And there's about 800 students in each of the colleges. Our average class size is 17, and 100% of our classes are taught by faculty. We have no teacher's assistants. And our faculty to student ratio is 12:1. We have 240 student organizations, everything from Greek life, intramurals, specialty clubs for your major, all kinds of different things to get involved in. We are a Division I school, so intramurals is a huge program at Bradley. We are offering visits and would encourage you to come and visit either virtually or in person. Just type in bradley.edu/visits to learn more about opportunities for visiting. 94% of our students 6 months after graduation are either successfully placed in a graduate program or professional school or have a job. So Bradley has great outcomes. This is the procedure if you're interested in applying. We're taking applications now for fall 2021, and we will be taking applications for 2022 starting July 1st. If you're interested in 21, you would request your official transcript to be sent to Bradley, and your application would be reviewed once we have your application and your official transcript. We'd also encourage you to file the 21-22 FAFSA, so that our financial aid office can see your information and process an award for you. Around mid-March, around this time, we will be meeting with advisors, paying the enrollment fee, which is $200. And then registering for classes will start April 8th and will go all the way through till school starts in August. We have scholarships for transfer students. If you have 24 semester hours and a 2.75, the scholarship is $12,500. If you have a 3.0 or higher and 45 semester hours, we offer $14,500. These are renewable and they're annual scholarships. If you're a part of Phi Theta Kappa and you provide us with a picture of your certificate, we would give you an extra $1,000 on top of what we've already given you over here. Caterpillar Dependent Scholarship is for parents of students whose parents work at Caterpillar and they're on their health insurance, and they would get a $1,500 scholarship for that. And we have a sibling and legacy scholarship for parents, grandparents, siblings graduated from Bradley, and that's $1,500 as well. Our scholarships are awarded when the student applies. So there's not a separate application for a student to fill out. You will know when you're admitted what scholarship you qualify for. There's my contact information, so I hope to hear from many of you soon. Thank you and have a great evening.
Great, thank you so much. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from Southern Illinois University.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sean Cooney. I'm a transfer coordinator at Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. A little bit about us. We are a school of about 10,000 undergraduates, so we are a mid-sized state university located down in the bottom of the state of Illinois. So we're about 2 hours away from St. Louis, about 45 minutes from Cape Girardeau, about 3 hours away from Nashville, Tennessee. So we do offer about 200 different programs on our campus. So really anything under the sun we do have here on campus. We are well regarded for our aviation program, automotive tech, and our biology programs such as zoology. We also have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and we are a research institution. So all of our faculty are required to do research. So they're in their field currently doing research, publishing, and that gives you a lot of opportunity to work with people who are in the field doing that right now. And a little bit about Carbondale. So like I said, we are down deep in Southern Illinois. So it's a little different than the rest of the state. Once you get south of St. Louis, you get into some more hilly areas. There's a ton of outdoor activities to do down here in Southern Illinois. We have the Shawnee National Forest, which is just south of here and takes up pretty much the rest of the state. There's tons of lakes, fishing, boating, all kinds of opportunities to get out. I've been on campus for about 8 years now, and it's taken me all that time to get to all the different things you can do in Southern Illinois. And then Carbondale is your classic college town. So there's always a lot to do. The town and the university are pretty intertwined. And this is where a lot of the people live in Southern Illinois. It's right in the heart in Carbondale and the Marion area. Quick thing about transportation, because we are a little bit down at the bottom of the state. We do have a train that goes up the side of the state from Carbondale up to Chicago, stopping in places like Mattoon and Champaign. We also have a bus system on our campus, so the bus is free to students, and it'll go all over the university as well as the city of Carbondale. And then all students can bring cars to campus, so there's no restrictions on that. There is a parking sticker fee, about $140, but it'll give you access to a multitude of parking lots throughout the campus. And then we are also a D1 athletics program. Our football team is actually nationally ranked number 5 in the nation right now as we play our spring schedule. All of our facilities have been recently renovated. And the best part about coming to a mid-sized state university is you get the D1 experience, but you also get easy access. All athletic events are free to all of our students. You show your ID and you'll get access to football, basketball, baseball, everything that you can think of. So we're pretty proud of our athletics. And down here in Carbondale, that is the major league sports, is the university. And then just a little bit about housing as well. So we do offer traditional residence halls that you can see in the pictures here, some on the lake by our campus lake, and then our 3 towers as well. They are broken up into learning living communities, so you'll be living with people in your same degree areas, majors, and so on. We also offer apartments owned by the university, and there's a ton of affordable apartments just off campus as well. So everything is pretty close to the campus, and most of our students live within Carbondale, even if they're living off campus. And a little bit of our costs. So truth and tuition, your tuition will lock in when you enroll in the university. So your tuition cannot change while you are at the university. If you are a child of a alumni or the guardian, child of a guardian, then you'll get a 20% discount on your tuition. And 90% of our students do receive some sort of financial assistance. So as a public state university, we pride ourselves on trying to be as accessible as possible for all of our students. And then a quick budget, because I want to be as transparent as possible here. This is our tuition and fees. And then if you choose the room board, also includes a dining plan. So our dining plan is an anytime meal plan. You get unlimited swipes to the dining hall. So that is that total number. The fees also include a healthcare that is included in there as well. And that is for a whole year if you're taking 30 credit hours. And then working on cutting down on those costs. So if you've completed 30 credit hours and you have a 3.5 at the community college, you'll be automatically awarded $4,000 a year for 2 years. If you completed 30 credit hours and you're a member of Phi Theta Kappa, you'll also look at $3,000 for 1 year. And then currently, if you're completed 30 credit hours and you're scheduled to earn associates, you are a candidate for our Achievement and Provost, which includes tuition and fees. So there's quite a few other options as well. We have a general scholarship that has over 600 different scholarships in it that cover all kinds of things and are actually geared towards juniors and seniors who are looking to transfer. Oh, and those scholarships are awarded all the way until June 1st. Our transfer admission requirements, so we just look for 26 transferable credit hours. If you have less than 26, we will look for high school transcripts as well. We don't require any test scores, and the 2.0 minimum GPA if you have just college credits. And if you're earning an associate's in an Illinois public community college, you will receive automatic general admission to the university. You'll be considered core complete. So even if the core curriculum does not match up directly with ours, it'll be wiped clean where say you're good and standing as a junior, and you'll be off to hopefully get done in just 2 years on campus completing major specific courses. So the steps here, we are accepting applications for fall 2021 all the way until August. And you can actually submit an application as far out as spring of 2023. You can do the application online at apply.siu.edu. There's a $40 application fee. We don't ask for any enrollment charges or anything like that. That's the only cost you'll pay upfront before enrolling in classes. Then you have to send your official transcripts to us as well before we can make a decision. Right now, it's taking about 2 weeks to get a decision from the time that everything is submitted for that application. And that's me. I am the transfer admissions coordinator. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to my email directly or my phone number, but also our admissions email and phone number is down there as well. And thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Sean. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from McKendree University.
Hello, my name is Caitlin Mueller, and I'm an Assistant Director of Admission and Transfer Counselor at McKendree University. This evening, I'm excited to speak with you about the McKendree University experience. McKendree is a mid-sized private school in Lebanon, Illinois. It was founded in 1828, and we are the oldest college in Illinois. We maintain the longest standing affiliation with the United Methodist Church in the U.S. and embrace students from all religions, ethnicities, and socioeconomic backgrounds. You will meet friends from 40 states and 40 different countries. 60% of our students do come from the state of Illinois, and 9% are considered international students. These international students come from countries as far away as Brazil, Italy, and Thailand. We are located in the charming town of Lebanon, home to about 4,400 people. It's a safe community that has good restaurants, rich history, local businesses, and a great community support. At McKendree University, we offer over 50 academic programs. Some of these programs include biopsychology, cybersecurity, athletic training, sport management, and a plethora of K through 12 teaching licensures. You can scan the QR code here to see a full list of our programs. McKendree is a liberal arts college, meaning you will take classes from all subjects and learn how to think, not what to think. The academic experience is very personalized. All of our classes are faculty taught by an instructor who is accomplished in their field, is invested in your success. Our average class size is 14 students in a class, meaning you will develop close mentoring relationships with your professors. And about half of our students will complete an internship in any given year. And each spring, McKendree comes together for the Academic Excellence Celebration, on which no classes are held, and students have the opportunity to present their research findings and share their creative works with the entire community. McKendree is also very proud of our 98% postgraduate success rate across all of our programs. Within 6 months, Bearcat alumni are either employed or enrolled in graduate school. This is one of the best postgraduate success rates in the entire Midwest. Outside of the classroom, there is no shortage of things to do at McKendree. We have over 80 registered student organizations ranging from honor societies and community service organizations to unique special interest groups and sorority and fraternity life. We are home to the Hitton House Center for the Arts, which brings in guest speakers and artists, in addition to serving as the home for the McKendree performing arts groups. We are also only 30 minutes from downtown St. Louis, providing you with endless cultural, recreational, and professional opportunities. The restaurants, museums, and parks are fun to explore, and we're able to partner with universities in St. Louis for programs such as our 3+3 pre-law program with St. Louis University and our 3+2 occupational therapy program with Washington University in St. Louis. At McKendree, we are proud members of the NCAA Division II Great Lakes Valley Conference, and we are able to offer athletic scholarships. Be sure to follow MCK Bearcats on Instagram and Twitter for updates. For a full list of teams and contact information, please check out mckbearcats.com. All right. Here is our entire admission process at a glance. We offer rolling admission in which you may apply for free using the McKendree application or the common application. Once you have submitted your application, you will need to submit all unofficial or official transcripts from all post-secondary institutions attended. If you have under 12 credits, you will have to submit your high school transcripts. Each application is reviewed holistically. However, to be considered for admission as a transfer student, applicants must have a minimum cumulative GPA of a 2.0 for all coursework completed at the post-secondary level. Students entering with an associate's degree are considered to have met all general education requirements. However, we will accept up to 90 total credits in transfer. Once you've been admitted, your admission counselor will work closely with you to ensure your seamless transition to McKendree. And then eligible transfer students will be offered one of these 3 academic scholarships at the point of admission. Academic scholarships do range from $10,000 to $14,000 per year and are renewable each year. And that is just where we begin our aid. We do encourage all applicants to complete the free application for federal student aid. By doing so, you're ensuring that you have access to as much aid as possible. At McKendree, we offer need-based grants in addition to your academic scholarships. Your entire financial package at McKendree will consist of scholarship, grants, and self-help aids such as federal work study, federal direct student loans, and outside scholarships. We work with you as admission counselors through this financial aid process as well. And again, this is me, Caitlin Mueller. Please make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook for updates and fun and contact. And we are open to campus visits. So please visit our website or scan the QR code for additional information. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from the University of Wisconsin-Stout.
Hi all, sorry about that. Let me pop back up here one moment and I will have myself all figured out. All right, so my name is Molly Fitzik. I'm the transfer counselor at University of Wisconsin-Stout. I'm excited to be here today to chat with you all about what Stout has to offer. So you'll see here our sort of magnet building here is our clock tower building. It's the oldest building on campus. Our campus was started in 1891 by James F. Stout, and he built a manual training school. We've really embodied the spirit of that school in what we still do today, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. You can see we're located in northwestern Wisconsin in a small town called Menominee. We have around 16,000 residents and are located about an hour from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and a half an hour from Eau Claire, Wisconsin to the west. We are about 5 hours plus change from Chicago and about 3.5 to the Illinois border. So depending on where you are, that's kind of our location. that you can see there. I took a moment to kind of think about some things that might be interesting about Stout to share with you all today. So I chose top 5 reasons to choose Stout, and I'm going to go into a little bit of detail there. So the one is our polytechnic model. At Stout, we are Wisconsin's Polytechnic University. We share this designation with about 3% of colleges nationwide. The Polytechnic designation is really an opportunity for us to engage applied learning and liberal arts education. So other schools that you may be familiar with the Polytechnic model are schools such as Cal Poly, Michigan Tech, Virginia Tech, MIT. So this is an example of the hands-on applied learning that we embody in all of our curriculum at Stout. We also have a strong collaboration effort through our majors, but also in industry. Our students in nearly all of our 50 undergraduate majors will participate in a co-op or internship experience while they're a student at Stout. And this is our career focus, which I'll talk about the percentages there in a moment, are really articulated through this collaboration. We have advisory boards for nearly all of our undergraduate majors so that students graduate ready to jump into their fields and with the skill sets that they need to be successful in them. As I mentioned, we have around 50 undergraduate majors, and some of these are very unique. The curriculum is based on our Polytechnic model, so we have around 3 times as many labs on campus as we do lecture halls or classrooms. And this is relevant to every major, whether you're coming in for information technology, business, education, arts, and graphics. Our majors are also unique because of the Polytechnic model. We offer some programs that are only offered at a few schools nationwide, including our plastics engineering, our packaging program, in which recently we've had our graduates take both first and second place in a national packaging competition. We have an internationally ranked School of Hospitality and our Hotel, Restaurant, and Tourism Management program. We have unique education programs at Stout, things from marketing and business education to technology education, family and consumer sciences. And we also offer special education both online and on campus, as well as early childhood education. We have a few programs. We have actually 13 plus programs that are offered online at the undergraduate level, some of which students can start out as freshmen, and some of which are built as degree completion programs. Our most popular degree completion programs are very transfer friendly for students looking to go into management or information and communication technologies, and can apply typically an entire associate's degree towards those programs. I talked about our, let's see, I'm gonna go back a second here, skipped ahead. We have a 98.8% employment rate for students who are recently graduated. So that is students who within 6 months of graduation have shown that they are either pursuing a graduate program, already admitted to a graduate program, or are working in their field. And that's based off 80% response rate. So that's a huge boon for us. So we know that those students are entering the fields that they are learning about at Stout. We have another thing you'll see here I've skipped to our tuition and fees page, but another boon for Stout is the textbooks and laptops that are included within tuition. So students receive either an HP or a Mac textbook that is renewable after 2 years, and they can use that 24/7, 365 as long as they're a full-time student at Stout. Textbooks are also included, so you're not receiving that additional fee in relation to, whether you're a science major or history major in relation to those textbooks. And then the last thing I noted from the slide that kept skipping before is our really distinctive online certification and graduate programs. We have over 20 graduate programs, so you can continue your education with Stout and certifications for educators and other folks as well, so that you can continue your education through that hands-on polytechnic model. You'll see here on this slide, tuition and fees are broken down for our MSEP students, such as those of y'all in Illinois. You're looking at around $427 per credit, an average yearly cost that includes 30 credits. We are a pay-by-credit institution of $20,000 approximately. And like I said, that does include textbooks and laptop. And then here's a quick look at some scholarship opportunities that we offer at Stout. We do offer a Phi Theta Kappa scholarship and a transfer scholarship. The Phi Theta Kappa and Stout University Foundation scholarships do require an application, and there's some more information on our website about those. And then this is me, and you'll see some options for connecting with us. Our transfer team would love to connect with you and help you learn if Stout is the right place for you. Virtual meetings are with myself or another member of our transfer team via Zoom or Teams. And then we have opportunities for on-campus visits as well this spring and going into the summer.
Thank you so much. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from UW Parkside.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me just go ahead and share this real quick. Perfect. So my name is Seth Lane. I'm one of the transfer admissions counselors here at UW Parkside, and just going to talk about some of the highlights about UW Parkside. So first and foremost, one of the coolest parts about our school is where we're located. So we're in Kenosha, Wisconsin, which is right on the border between Wisconsin and Illinois. We're about 40 minutes away from Milwaukee and just a little over an hour away from Chicago. Plus we have the Metra train line that goes directly between Kenosha and Chicago. So we're right in the center of a lot of really cool opportunities. Our campus itself is a 700-acre gorgeous patch of land surrounded by nature. So it's kind of its own little set-aside area outside of the hustle and bustle of the city. But you're also right next to all those resources as well. We have around 4,300 students. So we're one of the smaller schools in the UW system, but that also provides one of our hallmarks, which is personal attention. So I'll jump more into that in a little bit later. But outside of that, with our location are some really cool employment opportunities. Just in Kenosha itself, we have Snap-on, Uline, SC Johnson, we have Amazon, Haribo is coming soon. So if you enjoy gummy bears, that's pretty cool. And there's so many other opportunities right there as well for future employment. Jumping forward then, talking about academics and our class sizes. As I touched on before, we have a really, really awesome student to faculty ratio of 19:1. And we only have professors, we don't have TAs. So if you have questions or if you need any help, you'll work directly with your professor every step of the way. Listed on here, we have our signature programs, but we actually have over 40 different majors for you to explore. But for some of these signatures that I'll touch on, the first is theater arts. Our program is very unique, especially for the opportunities for theater companies in Chicago and Milwaukee. Plus we had 100% employment rate for our spring grads into the industry, which is absolutely fantastic. And our professors, before I get too far too, I'm especially excited about Parkside because I was actually an alum from there, both from my undergrad and master's. So I've been here for a hot minute. But I can kind of touch on some of these things too. For theater arts, I took an acting class. My professor was actually one of the main actors from Chicago PD, and he was part of the American Players Theater. So you're getting some really cool experience there. For computer science, we have a 99% employment rate into the field, which is absolutely fantastic as well. Plus we have our app factory where students get to actually design apps for real companies and get paid for it. They get over $20 an hour, which I am super jelly I didn't have when I was there, because that's absolutely fantastic, and a resume builder. Our pre-health programs, that encompasses a lot of different areas. So that can be pre-med, pre-dentistry, pre-vet, pre-kinesiology, you name it. There's a lot of different options there. And we have an 89% placement rate into professional schools, which is almost double the national average. And that's in large part due to our faculty who actually take the MCAT every single year to best prepare our students for those exams. Plus we have a brand new $35 million SC Johnson integrated science lab. And in there we are what's called a demo lab. So all of our equipment is shown off to potential buyers for that equipment. And if there's a new product, it's replaced right away. So our students are some of the first in the country to be using that. And then finally, criminal justice. I was actually a criminal justice major at Parkside, and we have the #1 criminal justice program in the state of Wisconsin. And a large part of that is the internship opportunities. That's a huge cornerstone of the major. Personally, I got to do mine with the federal government. So I got to go out on search warrants, did surveillance, you name it, got to have experience in the courts. So if you're looking for those hands-on experiences, it's a really, really cool opportunity too. Then jumping forward a little bit for other opportunities outside of academics, we're the only Division II program in the state, which you can see all of the different sports that we offer. We're now in the GLIAC conference, which is very competitive, and our facilities are constantly being updated. We're currently working on a brand new indoor golf facility, as well as an indoor training facility for soccer, which is really cool. Moving forward then as well, we have over 70 different organizations on campus that you can be involved in. And that ranges from academic, cultural, Greek life, you name it. If you're looking for something, there's probably something for you. Or if you haven't found it yet, you just need one other person and you can make your own organization. If you're thinking about living on campus, even if it's just for your first year, we have 3 really cool options for you. We have Ranger Hall, which is kind of the traditional residence hall style living. Then we have Pike River Suites, which is suite style. So that's about 2 to 3 rooms per suite. You get your own bathroom, sink, shower. So it's a lot more private. Plus you have your own kitchen area out in the main center of each floor. I lived in the suites myself, and I can tell you it's absolutely fantastic. It has some of the largest rooms in the entire state for dorms as well. And then finally, we have the university apartments, which is for sophomores and up. And usually it's about 5 or 6 students per apartment. And in there, you have pretty much full independent style living. So that's your own apartment. So there's kind of different options depending on what you're looking for there. And then talking about money, for money for these purposes and affordability for tuition. The really cool part for Parkside is we have an awesome out-of-state scholarship program for our Illinois students. So with this, on top of us having the lowest tuition in the UW system, which is around $7,000 for in-state residents, but for non-residents, our tuition sits right under $16,000 for the whole year. Where our out-of-state scholarship program comes in, it's based on your GPA. So starting at a 3.0, you'll automatically get $5,000. 3.25, you'll get $6,000, and 3.5 or higher or Phi Theta Kappa, you'll get $7,000 per year. So that'll pretty much bring you down to the same as in-state tuition. So that's just some of the basics about Parkside, some of the affordability. There's a lot of really cool information that you can also find on our transfer website. And if you have any questions at all, please definitely reach out to me. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. And our final presentation of the evening comes to us tonight from Benedictine University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole Bowdich, and I'm a transfer admissions counselor here at Benedictine University. I went to Benedictine myself and graduated in 2012 with, or 2016 with a health science degree. So I'm excited to have this opportunity to share some information about Benedictine and our transfer process. So Benedictine is a private Catholic liberal arts university located in Lisle, Illinois. It's located in the west suburbs of Chicago with lots of surrounding opportunities, especially since we are only 25 miles west of the city. We do value our history and hallmarks, community, hospitality, and stewardship. We incorporate those things into our courses along with our liberal arts curriculum. We want to create well-rounded students so when they enter the real world, they feel prepared with anything that kind of comes their way. Benedictine has a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which allows students to be engaged with faculty members inside the classroom as well as outside. And then we do have an average class size of around 17. Again, helps to create those relationships and connections throughout your time here at Benedictine. We do really value our alumni. We have over 30,000 alumni worldwide. The great thing about that is it allows our current students as well as our students looking for jobs, internship opportunities, shadowing connections during your time at Benedictine and post-graduation. And we really want to show that the return value on your Benedictine education will matter. The funny thing is that the guy who created the Fast Pass at Disney did graduate from Benedictine. So I think that's a really cool thing that came out of Benedictine. I know who hates or who likes waiting in line, not me. Moving on to our academic side of things, we do offer 41 majors, 37 minors, and 17 pre-professional programs. All of our programs fall into 4 major colleges on campus. The College of Liberal Arts, which includes psychology, criminal justice, and our brand new general professional studies program. We do have a College of Science, which includes things like bio, health science, computer science, computer information systems. College of Business includes business analytics, accounting, marketing, finance, entrepreneurship. And then our College of Education and Health Services has majors like nutrition and dietetics, elementary ed, special ed, sports and exercise science, and then some secondary ed options for you. All of our transfer programs are offered in a traditional daytime model, with some of our programs having nighttime and online options, specifically in the business area, and we have an RN to BSN program as well. As far as the student life and the social life of Benedictine University, we do have quite a few clubs and organizations, so there is several opportunities to get involved on campus. We do encourage our students to participate, whether that be a club or sport that aligns with their personal and academic interests. Either way, we want you to enjoy campus and get involved with other students there. We are a Division III campus that has 19 sports and then over 40 clubs and organizations. And then we also hold over 100 events each year. We have concerts, we have homecoming events, football events, speakers on campus. So we try to bring as much to campus as possible so you guys don't have to go anywhere else. As for the financial side of things, our tuition is under lock and freeze, meaning your tuition will be locked in and will not go up while you're attending Benedictine University. Right now, our tuition fees is that $34,290 with an additional $10 for room and board. Our average financial aid offer is around that $24,000. We do offer transfer scholarships that range between $10,000 to $16,000 based on your cumulative GPA. We do offer a Pi Theta Kappa scholarship for $2,000 and a campus visit award for additional $1,000. So that's pretty exciting. Right now, we are offering on-campus tours and visits as well as virtual visits. So if you're interested, definitely come on by. And all of these scholarships are going to be renewable as long as you're in good standing with the university. We also encourage students to complete their FAFSA so we can evaluate you for any additional aid through our financial aid as well as through the federal government. And like most other schools, this is our transfer process. The minimum requirements is a 2.0 GPA and at least 12 transferable credit hours over 100 level. It is free to apply at our website, ben.edu. We will need official transcripts from all schools attended. And we encourage, like I said, encourage students to submit their FAFSA. Once admitted, your file will go to our transfer credit evaluation team to determine how many credits transfer over and what you have left to take. You'll receive an award letter with your information on there. And then we want you to visit campus so we can make sure it's a great fit for you. This is my contact information. Feel free to reach out with any questions or concerns. You can also reach out to our admissions office and they'll direct you to me or one of my colleagues in the transfer department. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Nicole. And thank you to all of our presenters for sharing your institutions with us. We do have time for one more question. So if everyone wants to come back and we can answer it in the order of the initial presentations, and that would just be sharing with students kind of what your favorite event or tradition is at your campus, something that they should really look forward to.
I'll start. At Bradley, we have a welcome week that is, it's a pep rally, it's fireworks, an activity fair, a job fair, bouncy houses and slides, and a taste of Bradley, which is area restaurants that have a tasting event. We also have a great organization on campus called Wags for Mags, which is a service dog training program. So our students that are a part of that program actually take service dogs into the classroom and work with the dogs while they're training to be service dogs. So it's something unique.
Yeah, so at Southern, one of my favorite traditions, I did my undergrad and master's at SIU, and I worked in orientation for a few years as well. And our best tradition is probably our weeks of welcome. So similar to Bradley, we have about 6 weeks worth of welcome events, about 100 different events throughout campus and all kinds of events. But my favorite part of that whole event is our first home football game is dedicated to the incoming new students. So whether they're freshmen or transfers, it's all about them. We throw a tailgate for all the students, and then we have them run across the field through the tunnel and through the band all the way across. So I'm in a full band uniform, so I always tell students if they can't run across the field in normal clothes, they can't come complaining to me because I did it in a full band uniform. But it's a great way to welcome all of our new students onto campus in that first few weeks, to see them all run across the field and getting cheered on by the fans.
Two really special things that happen at McKendree. One, academically, is our Academic Excellence Day. It happens every year in April, and everything shuts down where students can have an opportunity from all disciplines, whether you're an education major, art, business, math, science. It's just an opportunity for a community to watch them present their research, their findings. So really it's a year culmination of work, and it's exciting for us as faculty and staff to see everything that students are doing throughout the year, all the amazing research that they're doing. And then on the fun side is our homecoming that we have every October. We have a parade down the main street followed by a football game, and it's just a really great way for the community to get together. We have tailgates every football game, but homecoming is even more special because all of our Bearcat alumni come, and faculty and staff, and everyone is in purple. So it's a really great way for new students to get sort of welcome to the McKendree family.
We have a similar event that a couple of y'all have mentioned at Stout, where we do what's called a backyard bash. It's the day before classes begin in the fall semester and spring semester, and it's an opportunity just for our 150 plus student organizations to get out there, give free stuff away, feed our students, and encourage them to get involved in all types of activities, whether it be religious organizations, our intramural sports, or different opportunities around campus with academic organizations, all the way to things like swing club. And that is a way for students to really engage and get to know Stout on a deeper level. And then one unique thing that Stout does every spring and in the fall as well is we host one of the Midwest's largest career fairs on campus. This year it went virtual, but typically we'll see 600 plus employers tuning in to speak specifically with Stout students and Stout graduates. So that's a great example of our connection with industry and that polytechnic model that really helps our students to excel, even if they're starting out in their freshman year with that, or their first or second year in that navigation process. Just kind of putting the feelers out, getting to know those different partners.
Yeah, pretty similar as well. We have our Ranger Welcome Week, and that kind of varies by year with the different events going on. And it's always really kind of interesting to see what's happening. Like one year we had kind of like a zombie survival thing in the woods nearby by our disc golf course. And like last year, do you guys remember like Zorbs from Nickelodeon? Like when they had those game shows, we had things like that, except the ones where like kids can just like run into each other really hard and not get hurt, which is hilarious. Or there's like tie-dye events, things like that. So it's always kind of changing by year depending on what the students want. So I think that's really cool to see the energy of what the students are bringing to campus.
As for Benedictine, we have similar Ben beginnings, which kind of is the same thing with the other colleges. We do have a really big homecoming. We have a nice football stadium where the football parents come out and they grill for everybody. But my favorite, I was a student at Benedictine, is we did Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner. So the cafeteria would get all dressed up, look nice, and they cook us a really good meals, like a home cooked meal. So for me, the faculty, staff, everyone kind of goes to that. So it's kind of that community style feel with everyone before you go home for the holidays. Kind of digress a little bit before finals hit. So that's kind of a good memory for a lot of Benedictine students.
Great. Thank you all for sharing your institutions with us and sharing some of the traditions and events that take place on your campuses. Thank you to everyone for joining us as well. When this webinar ends, there will be a link to a quick 4-question survey, and we would appreciate any feedback that you can provide. This is just one of many sessions that's happening as part of Illinois' virtual college fair, and recordings of this sessions and all others will be available at strivescan.com/Illinois. Thanks so much and have a great night.